Spirituality is one of the 8 pillars of health and probably the least explored in the realm of overall fitness. I have been guilty of this for many years, believing in a higher power but in a lukewarm manner. Jesus said he would spit out the lukewarm believers, probably like when you are looking forward to a nice hot coffee in the winter and get served a cup at room temp. I am not judging in the least, because it's not something you necessarily force yourself into or say 1,000 Our Fathers to become a believer. I do think that people are born with a good spirit that can go bad, but not everyone will have a come to Jesus moment along the way. I was raised in the Catholic faith, and the likely reason that I never was a firm believer in Jesus or God in general. It is a terrible religion based very loosely on the Bible and more importantly on fear and your money. I broke away from this aimless faith by the time I was of legal age and became more or less agnostic. I went to church on the major religious days and tried to avoid it the rest of the year. I got back into going when a pastor named Chuck Smith, the founder of Calvary Chapel, preached in Costa Mesa, CA. He was a riveting speaker and a Bible scholar. I found it compelling to go each week for, at the very least, the entertainment factor. I did, however, hear the message, and it often hit home that there was more to what I experienced all the years as a Catholic. I have had several religious and spiritual leaders of the community gravitate towards me in my years in business in Orange County, CA. I have been referred to as spiritual and one of those people that attracts others to seek out for advice or counsel. I have no idea why perfect strangers would come to me for advice on intimate family matters and important personal decisions at times. I have had people I hardly knew contact me upon family members' deaths as their first call for comfort more than a few times. For this, I am grateful, even though perplexed, and have always felt compassion and empathy toward others that don't piss me off. So what am I saying or getting at? I am trying to convey that even though I may have been a decent guy and willing to lend a hand or ear toward others over the years, I have not been a good Christian. I am not telling anyone to force feed yourself or blow off what I am saying either. Since the Trump era, I noticed open evil that began to divide this nation. Whether you like Trump or not is not really my point, even though I was a supporter. The open hostility is what I am referring to, and how people began to separate into 2 camps. Even family members became alienated from each other over politics. For me, it was so obvious that this was a spiritual realm thing of demonic intervention. I witnessed, as well as many of you, how some people would literally kill you if they could over politics like never before. It has gotten worse, and now with the lockdowns, New World Order and mandated vaccines facing the world, it really has become biblical. I promised myself not to get into the weeds of the politics and psychopathy of world leaders too much and keep to the subject of spirituality. Since 2016, I began to receive confirmation that there is a God and Jesus Christ like never before due to this fracturing of society. I have wished, like many, to receive a sign if God really exists, and for me, the signs are so apparent now that I am almost overwhelmed while grateful and reassured. If anyone recalls the movie with Rowdy Roddy Piper called They Live, this is what I and many others are experiencing today. Like in the movie where Piper puts a pair of special sunglasses on and sees an entirely different world, I have put those glasses on. Also liken it to the red pill in the Matrix. It's a stark eye-opener to what is right under our noses if you choose to see it. I suggest to those of you on the outside looking in or blindly supporting people and positions because the news told you so to look inward and do your own research. Do not accept the mainstream narrative nor default to government running your life. This really is a come to Jesus moment, or maybe some other faith for others, but it is based in love and sound judgment and a commitment to the truth. To apply this to health, even as trivial as it seems at this time, it would be like eating dirt and bugs because the top health guru said so. He said not to investigate his claims or research it, but to simply do what he said because he wants nothing but the best for you and you are incapable of doing your own research. This is blind faith, but not in God and rather man, which we are warned against in the Bible. My point is that we need to be on the right side of history now by doing our research, using common sense and keeping our faith in God or a higher power to assist us on this path. You do not want to be on the wrong side of this when it all goes down big time, and that might be very soon. Keep the 8 pillars of health in alignment and come out the other side whole and blessed, and oh yeah, keep the faith.